Welcome to Real Lives Touched by Addiction podcast with your hosts, Jen McCutcheon, Loughlin, Lainne Love, and Sandra Murray. This podcast exists to bring truth, compassion, and real solutions to conversations around addiction that family, communities, and systems have avoided for far too long. Addiction isn't just an individual struggle. It's a family, community, and generational issue. And too many are navigating it in silence, feeling overwhelmed and alone. Through real stories, lived experience, trauma-informed insight, and evidence-based frameworks, we're exploring the most misunderstood truths about addiction and family healing. And you're invited to join us. Listen, reflect, and take a small but powerful step towards real change. So let us begin. Hello and welcome. You're listening to Real Lives Touched by Addiction. I'm Jen McCutcheon, one of your hosts. Thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right in. We're going to hand it over to Luke. Today, we're going to be just doing intro calls. Everybody's going to just share a little bit about why they're here, the impact of mental health and addiction on their lives, and some kind of insight into who they are. It can be goofy, it can be whatever we want. So we're just going to wing it. So let's go. Luke, you're up.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, my name's Luke Loughlin, born and raised in Brampton, Ontario. And why I'm here, I am in recovery for addiction, alcoholism. Uh, Came from a loving family, a lot of good times in my childhood, but I also am a survivor of sexual abuse, which led me into my addiction. And I battled for years with substance use, my drinking, violence as well, getting into trouble, being in dark places. And I found recovery back in 2019, got on my road to recovery. And then also had a relapse after 3.5 years, ended up in jail in another very dark place. Lots of legal troubles that I'm come to the end of right now with some consequences that I got to pay for. And I'm here today because I love advocating for mental health and addiction. I'm somebody who has found some light through other people and got the help that I needed. And it's a passion of mine to try and pass that on to others and try and help others. I think one of the biggest things that helped me was sitting across from somebody who could tell me that they felt exactly how I felt. They've gone through certain things that I've gone through and how they got through the other end. So my life consists of today of, keep my recovery first, working 12-step programs, therapy, doing other things of recovery means helping other addicts and alcoholics. I have my family back today. There's with addiction, we all know it runs through the whole family. Not only is the person that's affected by the addiction is affected, it's everybody around them's affected, parents, spouses, children, everybody at all. So today my family life's actually pretty good. It's pretty good to have parents that are really proud of their son today, and happy where I'm going in my life. I'm also somebody who's a peer support for youth. Just actually, ladies, I just registered my company today called Recovery Painting through the government, sole proprietorship. So I'm excited about that. And the plan behind that is to, give people that option that are coming into recovery that might not have work and they need a place to work that maybe has bosses that have some understanding with it. And so I just want to grow in that way and help people. Um, Honestly, I recovery's not a straight line. I have days that are bad. I got days that are dark, but I know, I have a support, I have community around me today, especially these lovely ladies here today. We're like a family, which we all started Real Lives Touched by Addiction and what we're doing here today. And if I could name something that's kind of weird, funny in me, I know we went through a few before we started recording, but I've been told I talk out loud to myself a lot when barely nobody's around. And sometimes I'm embarrassed by it, but then I heard somebody say the other day, they said geniuses talk to themselves all the time. So I'm going to roll with that one and take it as it's a good thing. But yeah, that and one more little thing. If I could own a goat, I would own a goat. I love goats. And that's just something that maybe nobody knows about me. And I'm just grateful to be here with all of you ladies. And that's just a little bit about me until we do some further episodes.
Awesome.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you so much. Powerful story.
Awesome. I can go next. I'm Sandra. I am a mom who's been touched by addiction. I am here because of my journey with my son. My son was in active addiction. It started many years ago when he was 13, 14. And sadly, I lost him to addiction last year. He is forever 27. And while he was here and in recovery, a number of years ago, we started a YouTube channel because what we realized when we were trying to get help is that there is stigma and shame, and the help is really challenging to get. And I want to share what I learned over the years advocating for my son. It's not easy navigating our health system. It's not easy navigating addiction. And I am just honored and thrilled that my son and I started these videos. One thing, my son Ben wanted people to be seen. And that's how we came about that. And since he has left this earth, I feel his spirit with us here right now. I want to continue to his legacy and continue to advocate and help others that may be struggling with addiction, because as you were saying, Luke, it is a family disease. It is not just the person that is using, it is anybody that loves them that is affected by it. There are so many people struggling, and I want people to know that they are not alone and that there is help. There was more I wanted to say, but I've lost it. I'm just going to go with the flow here. But I am so excited to be here with you, amazing people, because I feel that we are making a difference. And I believe that once people discover us and they realize that they're not alone, I think there will be that ripple effect. And I'm here to make change. On a lighter note, if I wasn't doing that, and I just want to say, because of my son, I'm a better human. I have learned to not judge. I didn't think I was a person that judged others, but walking that journey with my son, I realized that there was some judgment, because I thought with addiction, they could just quit. Like, why can't they just quit? It was a choice. I discovered that it might be a choice that first time, but nobody chooses to live in addiction. And I am grateful because I am a better human. I have more empathy for others. And I always said to my son, it really sucks that you're struggling, but I'm so grateful to be part of your journey, because I found my purpose, and this is my purpose, to help others. Like you were saying, Luke, I just want to help others. And then again, on a lighter note, if I wasn't doing this, if I got to do whatever I really truly wanted, I would be out there touring like a rock star, because I love to sing. Unfortunately, God did not gift me with a beautiful voice where I could actually sell tickets. So I will sing in my own home. And another thing that I love is that I live to laugh. I find that laughter is the best medicine. A day without laughter is like a day without sunshine in my world. And I laugh at myself every day. I laugh with my partner, not always at him, but
Not always.
Not always.
Just sometimes.
Sometimes. Whether he tries to make me laugh or not, it happens. But I am really grateful to be here with you, wonderful people, because we are, I believe, soul family connected with the same purpose. And it's a blessing, a blessing. And that's my story in a nutshell.
Aww. Thank you so much, Sandra. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so I'll go. So my name's Jen McCutcheon. I am here after many, many years. So people always say, when did the healing journey start? Well, the healing journey started way before I even recognized that I was on a healing journey. And again, we talk about trauma. We're going to be talking about so many things here. And what my journey has really explained and exposed to me that my whole life has been a healing journey. And my recognition, my acknowledgement of that healing journey began, almost 25 years after it officially began, as far as mental health and addiction beginning to take over my life, where my life became unmanageable. And it was not just my own addiction. It was my first husband who was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, many concurrent disorders. And, that time in my life, I had two very young children under the age of 2. And my whole life was turned upside down. I had no experience with mental health or addiction, personally, or even in my immediate family. Like, there was no experience that I had. So it really did. It was like somebody flipped a switch, and my whole life was just completely different. And it was back then where my foundation was till in marriage, till death do us part, in sickness and in health. And I believed in that truth. I believed in that value. And I did everything I could trying to support and my husband, but it was very dangerous times. It got to the point where I really could no longer stay in the relationship. And that was after a long time of trying all the things that I could try. We lost our home. My children and I had to move in with my parents. Um, I had no money, no real support, because I had been off with my children on maternity leave after 2 kids. So I literally had nothing and had to really start again. And I'm so grateful, because I had a family, my parents, and my brother, who was really a great support during that time. And I started to rebuild my life. And it was a few years later, I had been working multiple jobs, doing all the things, doing makeup, as part of Amway, doing makeup for weddings and working in a dental office. And I had a teeth whitening business. I was like doing it all and, living my life. And, for that time, I was like, wow, so confident in myself. And I was like, I'm doing this. I can overcome this. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Did all the things for my kids, had them in the Rainbow Club, because if the kids were okay, everything was going to be okay. So I thought I did all the right things. Then I, remarried, and we reunited our family, and, things were pretty good for a little while. And then a little while later, I recognized that I had married back into addiction. So my second husband struggled with alcoholism, very high functioning individual. And, we kind of went into that area where it was like, well, it's just alcohol. It's just sometimes, where, really in denial about what was really happening. And I really didn't think it was that big of a problem. And he was also assuring me that it was not a big problem. So, fast forward a few more years, my son at 15 years old began his journey with mental health and addiction. And things just escalated between my husband's alcoholism and my son's addiction, and mental health spiraling the entire family unit into this deep, dark abyss that like kind of happens slowly and all at once, if that makes sense, because you don't even see yourself going into the depths of darkness, because it almost is like it's slow motion, but everything's happening all at once. So it's really a confusing time. But it was really my son's journey with addiction that brought me to my knees and cracked me open to truth around my purpose here on earth, truth around what's really happening at the core of mental health and addiction. How it isn't just impacting our loved ones that are impacted by addiction, but that it really does trickle in to everybody that surrounds them and loves them. Anybody that loves that individual is touched by addiction. And beyond, your neighbors, your community, your coworkers, but more importantly, the family in particularly. So my other kids that were affected and the impact that it had on them, and recognizing that the whole family was really rallying to just keep keep our family together, but we were crumbling all in our own ways. And the impacts were massive. And it was my own health that deteriorated mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually because I became addicted to my child, to trying to save, solve, fix. The mama bear syndrome is what I call it. And I didn't recognize that I was addicted, which is addiction. So, it really was this moment, many, many rock bottoms for me, where I came to recognize that I was part of the problem, that I was the common denominator, and that I had to take radical responsibility for my life, my health, my happiness, and I had to prioritize myself. And I believe that's what I'm here to share with other families who are impacted, that you're not intentionally part of the problem, but you're blinded to the role in which you play. And when we start to begin to understand the role in which we play, that is perpetuating the cycles of addiction and exacerbating I hate that word, exacerbating the pain and suffering within our families, we have the power to turn the story around. We don't have power over anybody else, but we have power over ourselves. And that's where we have impact to make lasting change, to break the cycles of our own patterns, to break the cycles of generational patterns. And that's where we leave lasting, sustainable change for our children's children's children. So, it's been a big, long journey. And I always say that my son has been, and my children, not just my son, but all of my children have been my greatest teachers. They truly have been my greatest teachers. And I see all of what I've been through as a blessing. And that's a big concept to get your head around. But if you're able to come to that place of acceptance that these things that are happening, as difficult as they are actually leading you towards healing, to remembering who you truly are, and being able to see the blessing in the chaos, helps you to move past it and to really truly reclaim your true self. So I'm happy to be here. So happy to be here. And one of the things I'll say that is kind of funny about me, my kids think it's hilarious. They didn't used to, but I'm one of those parents that when my kids would get hurt or somebody trips or I see somebody fall, I don't know what happens within me. I break into hysterical laughing. Like it is awful. Like I'm genuinely concerned about the person, but I just have this automatic reaction where I just start like hysterically laughing. So my kids have stories about the like even when I'm just having a thing replay in my mind, it makes me just start to laugh and giggle. So it's kind of it's a little weird, but everybody loves me for it now. They just know that's just the way I am.
I love it. Like a
I
nervous laugh.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah.
They do fall pretty funny though at that young age. Eh?
Oh my gosh. So many incidents.
I'm with you, Jen. I love watching videos of people falling. I think it's hilarious. So
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. Sandra, guess what? Your dream does get to come true. Although you might not be singing on stage, we do speak on stage together as a band, really.
Yeah.
Yes,
One
we
of these
do.
times we'll have to break into song or dance.
I love it.
Put
I'm
on some
in.
pyrotechnics or something super badass. Well,
A
I
little
love
real lives touched by addiction jangle. Is that
yeah.
I
Don't
might
make
get
me clap.
I might
Like-
get leather pants.
Rocket baby.
Well, I guess I'll wrap this up. I am Lainne Love, Reverend Lainne Love. Oh my goodness, bringing in the spiritual sprinkle over here. And I am here because I have to be. I need to be. My journey is probably like many of yours out there. I came from a colorful, chaotic family unit, had a single mama, and really she did a great job. Like, she did the best that she could. Honestly, like, although I am estranged from my family, I am very, very proud of my mom. And that teenage mama that had 4 kids, single mom, 4 kids, and she finished school and graduated as a nurse. And so, you know, I like to remind myself and others whenever possible that it's not all one thing, right? Although I've chosen to step away from my family because I really chose to invest in the path of healing. And this is the direction I went in. I can recognize that there was still a lot of goodness and a lot of good memories. And so I just like to throw that out there. And my life journey has been one of healing, of discovering healing for myself, studying healing because it's awesome, because there's so many cool modalities, so many interesting people out there doing really advanced, interesting things. And I love trying all of them because they all work and they all have merit. And you can go traditional route, you can go alternative route, you can go spiritual, you can work with your body, mind, heart, spirit. And I love all of the colors. And so that's the path that I've taken. And I love studying and I love learning and I love applying. And as much as I know so many different things and I'm open and I'm curious, I also don't know anything, right? There's that dichotomy again, like the good and the bad, the light and the dark, and there's always more to learn.
So true.
And yeah, right? Like,
So
it's
true.
just, and it's okay that we don't know everything. So as much as I've been on the path of healing, my brother, my younger brother, Kale, I'm here for Kale. I abandoned my brother in his needs, in his addiction. I didn't know how to handle it, what to do. We were pretty toxic as a family unit. I don't think we really knew how to love and support and honor each other, but I can really only speak for myself, and I didn't. I knew judgment. No, Sandra touched a little bit on that. Yeah, like, why can't you do something better? Why aren't you doing something better? I'd get really frustrated. I would lost a lot of trust, and I just really didn't know what to do. And I wanted him to do something, and I wanted to help, but you also can't make anybody do anything. But also, I wasn't present enough, really, because you have to be so fully present, so fully available. You have to have a wide open heart and 2 feet solidly placed on the ground to be able to hold the space for somebody that is in their own internal chaos. And even then, it wouldn't be up to me. Even then, it's still up to them. But there were so many things that I couldn't give and didn't give. I couldn't do it then, and I could do something now. I can show up now. I can say his name. I can do some good in his honor, and I can shift that legacy of my family unit. I can change the end of his story with him, for him, in honor of him, by doing good work in his stead, in his name. And so that's why I'm here. I'm here to say it's okay if you made a lot of mistakes in your loved one's journey of addiction. You can turn around at any moment and decide to make a contribution, start your own healing journey, make a change, be curious, be playful, and forgive yourself, because definitely I always had to look at myself and forgive myself and choose to keep going. So here I am with my beautiful friends and soul family, choosing to stand up and reach out to others and to communities. And we do speaking for local communities, for businesses, at schools, whenever and wherever our presence is asked for. We'll show up and facilitate the conversation with open arms. And so I'm just so grateful to be here. And fun stuff, oh man, I think there's so many fun things, because it's great to bring joy and laughter. I think we all share that spirit, really.
Yeah.
These heavy, real, emotional topics, and it's great to bring in laughter and love whenever possible. Gosh, funny things about me. I think everything's probably hilarious. In some way, really. I think what's funny is like contradictions, and I don't know if it's ha funny, but it's like I like to be able to laugh at myself at as I'm like Reverend Lainne Love, as I love diving deep into the study of spirituality and exploring myself. I also am always questioning whether or not there is actually anything there, and questioning my faith and being angry at God, and then the next minute I'm praying and I'm fully into it. And I think it's pretty hilarious, actually.
I
It's
love
real.
it.
It's real.
It's your
It's
truth.
real. Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
Because I can laugh at myself, or when I'm meditating and my son comes in and interrupts me, and I'm like, get out of here, I'm meditating. I'm like, oh, right, so spiritual, right? And I say to I'm not in the Zen moment. So it's great to be just like a constant work in progress, work of art myself. And I really love bringing humanity to every aspect of my journey, of my craft, and just in my being. So thank you for being here with us, and I hope you enjoy the ride.
Yes.
Awesome. I love your
Thank you.
truth. I love your truth. Because, there's many people that, well, when I'm meditating and there's no interruptions. But the truth is, there are interruptions, and we're not always so zen.
Yeah, my dog interrupts me, my cat,
Right?
child, and some days it is beautiful and it's okay. I can move through it, and it brings me
Yes.
joy, and I can just get right back into it. And sometimes every little thing just irks me, and
Yeah.
it's great. It's great to be able to be real about it.
Right? I love it.
And
that's
it's
it.
really what our lives are all about. It's like
Yeah.
there is no perfect moment. And when you think there is, it's like shows you that it's just a constantly evolving experience.
Yeah.
And it's to experience all of it, and to honor yourself and laugh with yourself and witness yourself and just be present and release the judgment of all of it. And it's not that it's easy to do. It's like that's part of it, is just being present enough to be able to watch yourself move through this crazy thing called life.
And sometimes
And
we
the
don't
journey,
have the answers. We just fake it till we make it. Like, who knows, right?
and same with this journey that we're all on, and that we're
Yeah.
inviting you all to participate in.
Yes.
It's okay to fake it until you make it. It's okay to think that you have it figured out and then you realize you don't. It's okay to lose your mind and then get back up again and try to figure it out. It's okay. It's all okay. I think the whole thing is just keep getting back up. Keep getting back up. Even when you
That's
think
right.
you can't, dig deeper, find more within yourself, even the tiniest little bit. that's what has helped me through this journey, is just, I know there's something more. I know there's something more. I can dig a little bit deeper.
And I
Beautifully
just
said.
want to add to that, and very beautifully said. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in this journey is that it's not about the other person. It's not about my son. It's about me. When I started to focus on my healing and, whether there's triggers, we can't change anybody, but we could love ourselves. We could heal ourselves. And when we do that, I find that it's easier to deal with that other person. I could deal with my son. I could talk to him at a different level and not try to fix them. Self-love, self-healing, and learning every single day.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
Because they say we can only love another to the degree in which we love ourselves. And when we're not able to really, we don't know who we are, and we're not able to hold our own emotions, how can you possibly hold somebody else's? So that is really such a beautiful space, is the healing journey, is to recover yourself. It's like, to me, recovery is soul recovery. It is recovering your true self and learning to love all of yourself, which is what Lainne said, all of it, the messiness, the craziness, the emotions, the not getting it right, the getting it right, and the celebration of all of it. And when we can really dive into that and learn to really love ourselves and not attach to all these other things, then we actually understand where everybody else is coming from, because we're not coming from a place of judgment for ourselves or others as often, right? As often, because I'm still can catch myself in judgmental moments, and it's the awareness of it, and recognizing, again, taking ownership for myself, calling myself up in those moments.
The perfect imperfections. What was that, Lainne?
We're minus Luke right now. So as we wrap up so with him in mind, because he's doing the good work right now. And
that's right.
Yes.
Going and sharing his story and continuing this movement, as we all are outside of this podcast. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, for being present and listening. And we want to hear your stories. We want you to also remember that you are not alone in this. We are here to heal and rise together. So until next time, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Thank you for being part of Real Lives Touched by Addiction podcast. If this episode moved something within you, please subscribe and leave a rating or review. It helps these conversations reach the hearts that need them most. We're also inviting you to connect with us. Our social links are in the show notes. Follow us, come say hi, and share your story. We truly want to hear from you, because your story carries wisdom, your voice carries medicine, and your purpose is already unfolding. Until next time, remember, you are not alone. We heal, rise, and recover better together.